Hello, my name is Ryan Newland, and today I'm going to be doing my informative speech on the Ford's next generation police interceptors. We're going to talk about the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor's retirement and the replacement of it with the two new different platforms that Ford's offering, which is going to be the Police Interceptor Utility and the Police Interceptor Sedan. So, before Ford actually retired the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, they controlled 70% of the police market, which means that 7 out of 10 police forces would be using a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor as opposed to, a Chevy Tahoe PPV or a different offering. And there's 3 points I kind of want to get into when discussing the Ford's new offerings in the police market. It's going to be the retirement of the CVPI and the comparison of the two new platforms as the benefits that they have over the Crown Victoria. And then I also want to talk about the utility in particular and the sedan in particular. So let's move into what the Crown Victoria, didn't have when compared to the new next generation police interceptors. So first off, the best thing about the next generation police interceptors is they're all-wheel drive. That means that all wheels are working when the vehicle is actually in motion. They're not propelled by just the back wheels as the Crown Victoria was. Now, the benefits in Arizona aren't really going to be that apparent unless you're going in the desert and you're getting into loose sand or pea gravel sitting on the side of the road. But in places like that snow, like Minnesota, North Dakota, this is going to be very apparent and a very big benefit when talking about replacing a vehicle that was just strictly rear-wheel drive. The next thing is, when it comes to budget-minded departments, fuel efficiency is a big thing. And departments that really, dollars and cents-wise, are looking into their budget, having a vehicle that's going to be more fuel efficient is a big bonus, especially when these vehicles spend a lot of time idling. The next generation police interceptors, sedan and utility, boast combined fuel economies in the 20 range, 21, 22, especially using something like the EcoBoost Twin Turbo that both of them are available with. And when idling, the Crown Victoria would boast around a 9 to 10 combined fuel economy, which is not great at all, especially considering they were a V8. Another benefit that these vehicles have over the Crown Victoria is they're safer. Essentially, the Crown Victoria was a civilian vehicle that was adapted for police use. It wasn't designed for police use. And these were. They have a 75 mile an hour rear crash safety rating. And since these vehicles are staying on the side of the highway a lot of time, officer safety really comes into effect when they're sitting there riding a ticket and somebody hits them. In a Crown Victoria, the back probably would have exploded since the fuel tank's there. And that's a big bonus for departments. And also, they have an SOS crash safety rating where the doors unlock after the vehicle senses it's in a crash, which is a big bonus so officers aren't trapped in their vehicle after they're, hit or roll over or go off the side of a road. And now I want to move into the actual vehicles themselves. First, we're going to start with the utility. The utility is based off the Explorer, the Ford Explorer, and it comes standard with all-wheel drive, and it has a 3.5 liter V6 that turns out 305 horsepower, according to Ford. When you do the math, it comes out to about 302, 303 horsepower, but 305. It's close enough. Some specific features that the Explorer has over, say, its competition, the Chevy Tahoe PPV, is that it's going to be faster. This actually is the fastest SUV in the police class, meaning that it can do 0 to 60, 0 to 100 faster than both the Tahoe, or there are some departments, particularly around here, Salt River uses the Expedition, and they also use the new SSV F-150. Both of those are great for off-roading, but as far as all-wheel drive goes, it's going to be the same, but they're not as quick. And the V8's, fuel economy is not that great. The only benefit you get with the Tahoe is going to be capacity and size, which is a large vehicle. So with, people that aren't used to driving something that big, it's a lot easier for an officer to feel confident in a Explorer than it is in a Tahoe. Also, these cars, as far as the utility goes, are engineered for police, which means officers that keep their, secondary weapon, such as their AR-15 or equivalent, in the back of their cruiser, aren't going to have to worry about it being stolen after they take something out of the back and go about their business, because it locks after 45 seconds, which is a big benefit. And now let's move into the sedan. The sedan's based off the Taurus, which is a full-size sedan. It is the fastest production police car being produced in North America right now. 0 to 60 with the twin turbo is 5.2 seconds, which is pretty incredible for a police car. There's not many things that are going to be able to outrun this, especially since it's got all-wheel drive. It can take corners extremely quick. And both of these vehicles, the sedan in particular, is really developed for officer ease in the field. So it has doors that open an extra 10 degrees to load in, bigger suspects, as opposed to the Crown Vic, where you're really going to have to, butt in, slide them in because they're just too big. Also, with the sedan in particular, there's going to be a couple things that you're going to want to know as far as maintaining them with a utility that your department's using. They use the exact same engine, the exact same wheels, brakes, shocks, undercarriage. Everything's going to be pretty much the same as far as the car itself. So you could have a sedan for more, speed enforcement on the freeway, and have your utility in the city for one officer that's not going to have a partner, carry a bunch of, gear on them. And if they get a flat, you could have a sedan come off the freeway and give them a spare tire, which is a pretty big benefit. In conclusion, the next generation police interceptors are a big step up from the old Crown Victoria police interceptor, and it shows. The interceptor utility is actually the most adopted and widely accepted police car in all of North America. Ford actually retains a 61% police market share, which is pretty incredible considering that everybody's up for grabs when the Crown Victoria went out of service. And also, the reason I'm doing this speech is because I think they're just really cool cars. In fact, I actually am driving a Taurus Next Generation Police Interceptor. They're very, very cool cars. And driving one, it's night and day as far as, parts go. Everything's overbuilt. And they're just really, really cool vehicles. Thank you for your time, and everybody have a good rest of your day.